Well, the weather's finally cooperated, so we can bring you our Douglas County Digest Spring Sports Game of the Week. And this afternoon, it is a non-conference softball game between the Arcola Purple Riders and the Tuscola Lady Warriors. This is Alan Patton from Irvin Park in Tuscola. The Warriors come in with a record of 4 wins and 2 losses on the season. The Purple Riders have really been sacked by the weather this season. They have yet to play a game. I know they started one up at Unity a couple weeks ago, but they got an inning and a half in, and then it started snowing, and they decided to pack it in for the day. So the Riders still waiting to get a full official game in for the 2013 season. The Riders are getting ready to step up to the plate, and leading off for the Purple Riders is the catcher, number 4, Claire Carmazinas. In the circle for West Frankfort is Aaron Walker, a right-hander, one of the top pitchers in East Central Illinois. And we are just about ready to go. Carmazinas steps in, right-handed hitter. Walker looks in for the sign, and here is the first pitch of the ball game, and it's a called strike on the outside corner. Home plate umpire for this afternoon's game is Terry Hulls. Jack Ledbetter calling the bases. Just underway, one strike, no balls to count to Carmazinas. Taylor Edwards is in the on-deck circle for the Riders. The next pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. So Walker getting out in front in a hurry for the Lady Warriors. We'll set the Tuscola defense for you in just a little bit after we give you the Arcola batting order when we have an opportunity. Walker looks in, goes into her motion, and the 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. So the first batter goes down swinging for the Purple Riders. That'll bring up the pitcher, Taylor Edwards, number 25. Riders coached by Craig Vandeveer. Lisa Edwards assisting him. Walker in the motion, pop-up foul over on the first base side, and that is out of play. Claire Carmazinas leads off catching. Taylor Edwards bats second and doing the pitching. Batting third is the third baseman, Kara Edwards. Batting cleanup is the first baseman, Lainey Clark. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Kaylee Seaman. She is followed by Danya Mendoza, the designated player. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's high for a ball. And the count is even at 1-1. Batting seventh is the center fielder, Sydney Spellman. Batting eighth is Hunter Gobert, the right fielder. And batting ninth is Leslie Arguelles, the left fielder. Kayla Kepley playing second base. Here's a line drive up the middle into center field. It's fielded by the Tuscola center fielder, Alexis Giuliani. And Arcola has their first base runner on at first, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Kara Edwards, wearing number 20. Riders have white jerseys with purple trim, purple pants with white trim. First pitch by Walker is high and away. And here's a throw getting into center field back to the pitcher, but the center fielder is there to back it up. Kara Edwards, right-hand hitter, playing third base for the Riders today. Outfield fairly straight away. Right fielder pulled over toward the line. Here's a pitch fouled back off the roof of the concession stand behind us. Unfortunately, it is closed today. Not that I need anything, but it's always nice to know it's there. One strike, the count to Edwards. Lainey Clark is in the on-deck circle for Arcola. Here's the pitch by Walker. Swung on and missed. Well, at least it missed the bat. It hit the umpire, Terry Hulls, in the shoulder. It may have been a foul tip because the runner's not moving. 0-2 the count. Jenna Jacobs in left. Alexis Giuliani is in center, and Amber Tabling is in right for the Warriors. Here's the pitch, called strike 3. And Edwards is a called strike out victim for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Laney Clark, the third baseman, or rather the first baseman. Around the infield, third, first, Carmen Comerford at third, Morgan Little at short, Peyton Shelmadine at second, Maddie Frericks playing first base for the Warriors this afternoon, Amber Miller behind the plate, Aaron Walker in the circle. Here's the pitch on the way, called strike, runner goes, and the ball hits the runner, goes into left center field. She's going to go on to third, and Taylor Edwards, with a steal and an error, gets around to third base. And the count, 1 strike on Laney Clark. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way from Walker. Grounded ball up the middle, and that's going to go into center field. And an RBI single for Clark brings home Edwards. And Arcola has drawn first blood in this Douglas County rivalry game. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Kaylee Seaman. Seaman, right-handed hitter. Here's a little bloop down the right field line, just foul. Seaman got around late on the pitch. In the on-deck circle is Danya Mendoza. She is the designated player. She's batting for Kayla Kepley, the second baseman. Here's the pitch, popped up foul right behind us. And the count is 0-2 to Seaman with a runner at first and a run in for the Arcola Purple Riders, who have drawn first blood in this non-conference game. Here's the pitch by Walker. High and away, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Once again, outfield playing fairly straight away, kind of shifted around to the right just a tad. Here's the pitch. And the umpire says that Seaman went around. And in the inning, 1 run, 2 hits, an error, 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the first at Tuscola. Arcola 1, and Tuscola coming to bat. Okay, clear. Alan Patton back at Irvin Park in Tuscola. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. Arcola drawing first blood in the ball game, picking up a run in the top half of the first. Leading off for the Lady Warriors will be the right fielder Amber Tabling. She'll be followed by Amber Miller and Maddie Frericks. Taylor Edwards on the mound or in the circle, I should say. I'm too used to baseball mounds and things like that, but here's the first pitch. And Tabling tries to slap the ball and slaps it foul. Amber Tabling, left-handed hitter. Taylor, right-hander, or rather Taylor Edwards. Here's the bunt by Tabling, fielded by the third baseman, and it's in the dirt. And Tabling is going to reach. And that'll bring up the catcher, Amber Miller. Miller, right-hand hitter. Doing the catching for the Lady Warriors, coached by Lenny Samedi. Here's the first pitch, called strike to Miller. Tabling gets a short, got a short lead. Here's the wind and the pitch, just outside. Ball 1 evens the count up at a ball and a strike. Maddie Frericks in the on-deck circle for Tuscola. Pitch by Edwards, lined foul down the right field line, just over the fence. And the count is 1-2. Tuscola 4-2 on the season. Here's another foul ball, almost the same place over on the Little League diamond behind us. And the count holds at a ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Tabling reached. Here's a pitch low. Good velocity on it by Edwards, and the count is even at 2-2. Edwards looks in for the sign from her catcher, Claire Carmazinas. Here's a swing and a miss. The ball gets away. The batter's going to be out. No throw necessary. Here's Tabling trying to go. They're starting to go to third. Then she goes back. Since first base was occupied, the batter cannot advance on the drop third strike. So Tabling goes to second. And with 1 out, the batter is the first baseman, Maddie Frericks. Right-hand hitter, gets set in the box. Warriors have black jerseys, gold and white trim, and white pants. First pitch swung on and missed by Frericks for strike 1. Runner at second for Tuscola, 1 out. Arcola leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Here's a called strike. And the count is 0-2 to Frericks. Carly Allen, the designated player in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch outside, ball gets away, and Tabling is going to go to third on the wild pitch. Ball and 2 strikes to count. Frericks with the chance to drive in a run and tie the ball game up. Here's the wind and the pitch, just a little bit low. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield, left fielder pulled over toward the line. Center fielder straight away. Right fielder shaded toward the line. Here's the pitch, fouled straight back. And the count holds at 2-2. Tuscola finished 4th in Class A last year. Made it to the state finals. Lost their semifinal game on a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 7th. And here's a called third strike on Frericks. So that's 2 strikeouts for Edwards and 2 outs in the inning. That brings up Carly Allen. She is the designated player. Runner at third, 2 out. Allen, right-handed hitter, stands in there, facing Taylor Edwards for the first time. Pitch called strike on the outside corner. And Edwards jumping out in front. That's the 4th batter. The first pitch has been a strike. Here's a pitch popped up in foul territory. First baseman makes a diving effort. Laney Clark making an effort for it. And the count is 0-2. Just about anybody that knows anything about pitching, whether it's baseball or softball, will tell you the most important pitch is the first strike. And Edwards has been ahead on the count to each batter that's come up for the Warriors here in the first inning. Edwards looks in for the sign from Carmazinas. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Edwards strikes out the side in the first for the Warriors. No runs, no hits and error, 1 runner left. And after an inning, it's Arcola 1, Tuscola 0. We go to the 2nd inning here at Irvin Park in Tuscola. Arcola with a 1-0 lead. Leading off the Purple Riders will be the designated player, Danya Mendoza. She fouls the first pitch back. You know, I talked about the first strike being the most important pitch. Well, Erin Walker hasn't done too bad in that category. This is the 6th batter she's faced, and all 6 she's gotten ahead in the count. Strike 1. Here's a pitch, something taken off of it, and it's strike 2. It's Mendoza fouls it at the plate. Mendoza, right-hand hitter, number 5 on the back of her white Arcola Purple Rider jersey. Third baseman coming in, playing for the bunt. Here's a pitch high and away. Carmen Comerford creeping in. All the infielders, except for the shortstop, Morgan Little, are wearing face masks on the infield for Tuscola. Here's a pitch out high and away. Ball 2, and the count is even up at 2-2. That has become a major topic of discussion in the past few years. Here's the wind and the pitch by Walker. Changeup looped into right field, and it drops in for a base hit. Mendoza dropped it in between Amber Tabling, Peyton Shelmadine, and Maddie Frericks. Kind of that Bermuda Triangle just behind first base in the outfield grass. So that's the third hit of the ball game for Arcola, and it brings up the center fielder, Sydney Spellman, right-hand hitter. Walker looking in for the sign. Runner at first, nobody out. Here's a pitch, hits the batter. So Spellman is on at first after being hit by the pitch. Runners at first and second, nobody out. And the right fielder, Hunter Gobert, is the batter for the Purple Riders. Nobody out, 2 on. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1. So Spellman was has been the only batter so far that Erin Walker did not go to strike 1 on, and she was hit by the first pitch. Here's the pitch, popped up on the first base side. Frericks in foul territory, and she had it in her glove and dropped it. Evens the count at 1-1. We'll see if that has an effect on the at-bat. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. That was strike 3. So there's 1 out. The dropped foul ball has no ill consequences for Tuscola. That is the 4th strikeout for Walker, and the batter is Leslie Arguellos, the left fielder. She takes a called first strike. Center fielder creeping in a little bit. Left fielder playing well off the line, kind of playing the batter to swing late. Here's the pitch, bunted out in front of first base. The third baseman throws it to first, and the sacrifice moves the runners to second and to third. 5-3 on the sacrifice for the second out. And we go back to the top of the order. Claire Carmazinas, the catcher, up for the Purple Riders. She went down swinging to lead off the ball game. Arcola with runners at second and third, threatening to add to their 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch by Walker, swung on and missed, strike 1. Walker goes to the back of the circle, now comes back up to the pitching rubber. Looks in for a sign from Amber Miller. This is an experienced battery for Tuscola. Here's the pitch. Something taken off of the line, right back to the pitcher. And Walker snags it for the third out in the inning. So for Arcola in the top of the second, there were no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the second here at Irvin Park in Tuscola. Arcola leads Tuscola 1-0. Alan Patton at Irvin Park in Tuscola. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. Arcola leading 1-0, and leading off for the Lady Warriors will be the second baseman, Peyton Shelmadine. She'll be followed by the pitcher, Aaron Walker, and the third baseman, Carmen Comerford. First pitch low and away for a ball. Shelmadine, right-handed hitter. Gets set in the box. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman. And the second baseman comes up with it. That's Kayla Kepley, and there's one out in the inning. That'll bring up the pitcher, Aaron Walker. Walker doing the pitching for the Warriors this afternoon. Looking back at some of her stats from last year. First pitch is inside for a ball. As a hitter, Walker batted .279. Here's a called strike, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. 9 RBIs, 1 home run, a couple doubles among her 12 hits for the Lady Warriors. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Some games last year she batted for herself, and some games they had someone bat for her, had a designated player for her. Here's a pitch fouled straight back behind the plate, and the count evens goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. For Arcola, out in left field is Leslie Arguellos, center fielder Sydney Spellman, right fielder Hunter Gobert. Down at third base is Kara Edwards. Here's a pitch low in the dirt. And the count evens at 2-2. I think Tuscola coach Lenny Cementi was asking if the pitch in the dirt had hit Walker in the foot. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Kepley has it again. And there are 2 up and 2 down on a pair of ground balls to the second baseman, Kayla Kepley. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Carmen Comerford. Comerford is a senior, right-hand hitter. Here's a pitch, high and away for a ball. So Edwards has fallen behind each of the 3 hitters so far in the second inning for Arcola. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1. And the count is even at 1-1. On deck batter is the shortstop, Morgan Little. And here comes Edwards with the 1-1 pitch to Comerford. Ground ball, right side, second baseman has it. Well, everybody else could have stayed in the dugout, put a coat on and stayed warm, because all 3 batters were retired on ground balls to the second baseman. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Warriors in the second. And after 2 full innings, it's Arcola leading Tuscola by a score of 1-0.